When the ANC came to power in 1994, South Africa faced a stark housing crisis. Large parts of the black population lived in inadequate, overcrowded and informal settlements. An ambitious house building program has been central to ANC policy since then. During the election campaign in 2014, the ANC promised to deliver 1 million homes in the next 5 years. But just under 580,000 homes were delivered during this period. This rate of delivery falls considerably short of the promise made by the ANC in 2014. But just the other day, President Cyril Ramaphosa himself has made another promise to spend more money on social infrastructure in the coming months and years. Yet this week, the National Housing Department turned down every business plan the provinces have handed in, thus stopping all new and even existing contracts for housing units in its tracks. This will put further pressure on South Africa's already dire housing situation, says Professor Juaneé Cilliers of Northwest University's Department of Urban Housing and Development.
To end the provision of free homes will not make our problems go away because population growth is still increasing, and it's estimated that 3 babies are born each second. On the other hand, the amount of houses provided by government declined over the last couple of years. In 2009, government built just over 160,000 houses, and in 2017-2018, they reached 80,000, half the number of 10 years ago. Now, this could be one of the possible reasons why we saw an increase in informal backyard rentals over this same period.
Quinton Adams, known as the shack builder in the Western Cape due to his involvement in building better shacks for backyard dwellers, says the department's decision will deepen an already existing human catastrophe.
We face a huge backlog in the Western Cape, 600,000 houses, in Gauteng 1 million houses, and I think this will just deepen the crisis. And what we will see is an escalation in social protest. That's why I think is that the government needs to reconsider how they're going to deal with the housing crisis, because unless they don't deal with the housing crisis, we will see uprisings all over the country.
For millions of South Africans, inhumane conditions like damp beds, unfit structures, unhealthy conditions, chronic illnesses, and the loss of privacy have become part of their daily lives. The sad news is that there is no immediate solution, and darker days are awaiting the homeless millions of South Africa, says Cilliers.
In 1994, the Housing White Paper stated that the housing backlog was 1.5 million, and it was then estimated that this backlog would increase by 187,000 units a year as a result of population growth. And now, more than 20 years later, the General Household Survey conducted by Stats SA revealed that the backlog is indeed close to 2.1 million units.
Adams says the government should put more effort into the crisis rather than scaling down.
That's why it's important that we have to look at additional funding, get funding agencies and allocations, and even redirect some of the funding so that we can make sure that we deliver the most basic right for human beings, and that is housing and shelter that is stipulated in the Constitution.